What's up, people? Patch 26.6 is here, and while it's not a massive overhaul, it actually makes some very important changes that could shift how you climb in solo queue and in duo queue and in anything else in League of Legends. We've got some jungle buffs, some mid lane scaling changes, and some support economy tweaks, and some key nerfs to popular champs like Ahri and Pyke. Thank God, man, Ahri was getting too broken in the mid tier. So let's go over it. First off, let's go over the top lane tier list. Now here's the tier list for my top lane, and for the overall buffs and nerfs for this lane, Olaf has recently received a buff on his Q, making his slow have increased duration and percentage. His E, however, is being nerfed, making it quite power neutral. Trinder will become slightly better for 26.6 as his attack speed ratio has increased, similar to buffs, but you move up into the A tier category. Not much changes to the patch to the top lane, very similar to 26.05, leaving Singed, Ornn and Garen on one of the top picks, and also Sonify Aegis, making it a very OP item. So that'll help characters like Malphite, Iron, and Sion. So for the jungle changes, let's go. Let's see my tier list for the jungle. This is my tier list for the jungle right now. Shen will be getting a nerf to his Twilight Assault, making his Q and his monster damage capped at 200 to 120, using 60 damage over 3 Qs, making it go from my OP character to more of a S tier character. So still quite a good pick for you guys out there that want to be the Shen jungle climbers. Zahin will be losing some damage in his W, decreasing his E to 75 to 70, and his W base damage and AP ratio has also been reduced. Zahin will be reduced from an S tier character all the way down to A. Skarner will be also receiving some mana buffs towards his Q, 45 to 30, and also his max damage being increased. He was struggling a bit at the B tier, but now he is at a solid A tier. So overall, Shen is moving down and Nocturne is moving up in tier list. Nasus jungle, however, is making a stomp in solo queue, especially with the plasma iron buffs. Okay, now next we're going to be moving on to the mid lane tier list. So this is my tier list for mid lane. Fizz will be going from a C to a B tier, and Azir is actually going to be receiving a few buffs, with his AP ratio and his Q increasing to 35 to 55%. His W base damage per level and AP ratio is also going to be increasing quite a bit. These buffs are quite impactful, but only making him a stronger C tier pick, so not quite the good B tier pick we want him to be. Lissandra, however, will also be getting a buff on a Q cooldown. However, her armor growth will be getting nerfed, so she's more of a tier to maybe a S tier character, I would say. And finally, Ahri will be getting a nerf on her Q, making reduced damage, so making Xerath taking the crown pick for mid lane, making him the best pick for mid lane due to his global impact around the map and having good wave clear, and even Sion mid. I also predict a lot of the Sandras in solo queue as well. Now for the ADC and bot lane tier list, let's go. So this is the tier list for bot lane overall with both ADCs. Not much changes this patch with the ADCs, so let's jump into the tier list. Jinx and Xayah are going to be the top picks, while Senna will also be floating around in the S tier pick too. The new static shift build with press the attack can be so OP with her in this patch. Hubris ADCs are going to be really good this patch as well due to the snowball power, so watch out for Draven if you do see him. And Pyke actually has got a bit of a nerf to his damage, to his melee damage, so that's going to make him go down a few tiers. And Nami's win rate is still at 52%. Oh god, she's so broken. Not much changing here as well. Nami's going to be in the top picks, and the pool is pretty balanced here for the bot lane. So Braum will also be remaining in the S tier too. And there you go, guys. That's my overall patch notes for 26.06. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you've got any more meta predictions, how you think the meta is going to change. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for more patch note updates. Thank you.